Hi folks, this is Klaus of Top Hydraulics. I'm going to show you a cool trick today how to test the front lock cylinder in an SLK for internal bypass. If you've paid attention to our previous videos, then you already know that the two hoses going to the front lock cylinders are hose number 31 and number 33, and of course they hook into the pump here in the trunk. And well, the cool thing is that anytime the pump runs, it pressurizes line 31 on the SLK front lock cylinder. That's part number 170 800 0072. Now if your cylinder is aging and you suspect that it might be internally bypassing because your top is moving and you just don't believe that your pump is bad, you can test the cylinder for bypass this way. So what you do is you take line number 33 off the pump, and then you make the pump run. You put line number 33 into a Ziploc bag or a waste container, and of course you secure the retaining plate on the pump again, and now you can make the pump run. Two ways to make the pump run. One is you can now actually go in the front and turn on the ignition, push the vari-roof button forward. You don't even have to close the trunk divider, because the pump will always do this convenience locking where if you have the ignition on and the top is up and you push the button forward, the pump will run. Or conversely, the other neat thing, if you are only one person and you want to watch this, I'm going to show you a nice trick here. That is the relay on the pump has tried to find pins 30 and 87. They are the forward and rear pin going into this relay pigtail here, and I will bridge these. Normally you can just bridge 30 and 87 with a wire. 12 gauge wire works well. It's well suited for this much current. Just for the fun of it, we have an ammeter in between here, and I'll show you how much current the pump is drawing while the front lock cylinder is bypassing. We actually cheated a little bit. We installed a badly bypassing cylinder on this pump. We actually took the piston seal out. So this is as bad a bypass as you'll ever see. Likely what you see in your car, if you have one, is not quite as bad yet. So now let's see. I will bridge this. You see the ammeter pulls about 24 amps instead of full, and we are slowly filling the Ziploc bag here. This bypass is definitely enough to make your roof move slowly, or not lock properly in the front, or not unlock properly, because it is as bad as these bypasses get, and that's enough to slow down your roof. If you don't have a bypass, your roof is moving slowly, then you know you have a bad pump. And we have a separate video on checking out the sound of a good pump versus the sound of a bad pump. And of course, Top Hydraulics rebuilds these pumps. And of course, we rebuild the front lock cylinders. They always get new piston seals because the piston seals go bad. If you're one of the poor people who fell into the O-ring trap, where you've been told that you can rebuild your cylinder yourself, well, it won't last long. Eventually the piston seal will go bad, and you're stuck having to get your cylinder rebuilt anyway, because you will not find a piston seal for these cylinders to purchase. And also eventually the port seals on the cylinders go bad. That's a whole nother story. We're covering that in our video on the hydraulic system. Hope this helps.